Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Let that just burn a little bit in front of this screen. No harm, no foul. You know what I'm saying? If you're not evil, you'll benefit. If you are evil, you may start itching. I do not know. I'm not evil. However, if you're a Scorpio, you feel the vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. If you're a cross-watcher, you're also welcome to watch and to like, share, and subscribe if you're feeling the vibe. Okay, so I'm doing a little research on this witchcraft. I said I was going to get into if it's illegal or if it's not legal, when was it made illegal, and all what's going on. They really just kind of keep us, when this kind of stuff like this get in your throat and it's smoking up like this, you're dealing with whatever it is you're burning. This is for evil spirits. So you see how smoky that is? It's like cutting my breath off, so I'm trying to be cool. The other one I did was a purified the energy after I did a reading, and my smoke alarm kept going off. I had a client in mind, and she was getting witchcraft worked on her real bad. So I'm praying that someone got caught, or something was alerted. Something happened on a positive end, but it also showed me that it was a whole ass red alert situation. So I'm happy to be able to have helped her. But anyway, they make us try to follow or pay attention to the Salem witch hunts, you know. So it ends up making good witches overzealous, and then they end up looking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I don't do that kind of stuff, but I don't want my rights taken away because I know this is in my blood. I know that I love nature. I know that you know what I'm saying, I want to work my art form in a good way. Everybody ain't like that, okay? People use stuff for all kind of stuff. But anyway, Henry VIII came up with the Witchcraft Act in 1542. He was the first to define witchcraft as a felony and a crime punishable by death and the forfeiture of goods and chattels. Chattels, CHATTELs, is like property, real estate, stuff like that. It was repealed 5 years later, but restored by a new act in 1562, which means that it's still, you know, people still able to get locked up. You know what I'm saying? It was restored. It's just that they have to catch people first of all. You know what I'm saying? Which leads to America's Witchcraft Act of 1735. And if you want to look into Davies, D-A-V-I-E-S, Owen Davies, Owen, O-W-E-N, Davies, D-A-V-I-E-S. He's in the UK, he's out of the UK, and he's a magic historian. Like, he literally does what I do, but he's been doing it, you know, for a minute. So it's a solid reference if you want to get into the study of this shit. And to see what, you know what I'm saying? So you don't think you're crazy. You got to be able to make some noise. Like, watch my, follow my page on Facebook, Eternal Dragonfly LLC. I have another Eternal Dragonfly page on Facebook. You can follow that one too, but it's just Eternal Dragonfly. It's not Eternal Dragonfly LLC. Okay, so I have two Facebook pages, business pages. One has my LLC handle, and then the other one does not. It's just Eternal Dragonfly. Eternal Dragonfly, without the LLC, is more of a real spiritual. You can get memes. I'm not funny like that because I just got so much content that if you a spiritual person, you trying to build your page, you can't really find no memes or whatever the case may be. I don't mind. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If you want to add my name on there, add Eternal Dragonfly to say where it came from, fine. That's what I used to do when I was building my pages and my content and stuff. If I took somebody's stuff because I liked it, then I would just kind of put their, if I screenshot it, then I'll crop it and I'll put their name on it. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to do that, you can leave the person's name that I left on there, and then you can add my name that you got it from my page. So there will just be two people handles on there. You know what I'm saying? That's how, to me, you show camaraderie on social media when you about the right thing. Some people just be looking at going on your page, just stealing, ain't doing nothing decently in their fucking order, don't know if you mind or not. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't be having no, they just be like they know you. Like, no. And at least have something positive to say where it don't make me feel like you a weirdo just on my page stealing shit. However, the LLC page is going to be kind of more informative, where I'm going to go, you know, I might be posting a whole bunch of scriptures if, you know, if I'm guided to read the Bible, because it's all connecting. So I may post, you know, the Witchcraft Act of 1735 and what, you know, channel messages I'm getting from the interpretations or breakdowns that my ancestors, the angles that my ancestors are giving to me. And it's just my own natural, you know what I'm saying, critical thinking, for real. Sometimes everything ain't ancestors. Ancestors are a distraction. They know that. They don't want to be bothered either. You know what I'm saying? When you're born, you're just supposed to deal with it right here, right now. But we end up having to deal with ancestors instead of just leaving them on the altar and keeping them in a beautiful light and making sure we do some offerings ever so often, showing some form of reverence where it's not so where it's just like I talk to my ancestors on some real shit more than I talk to human beings. But look at the human being right now. I mean, I would be safer, wouldn't I? However, past lives, ancestors, things that happen on the other side, it's really distractions. You're living right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? But people don't look at it like that because it's been turned into a trend and something else. All for God's glory. You know what I'm saying? So I don't trip. However, that LLC page may be for people that are a little bit into historian, you know, and you know, you're an historian, or you like, you know, to look into the laws and the scriptures to see how things connect. You're kind of like a stargazer. You connect the dots. But anyway, Witchcraft Act of 1735 by Mr. Owen Davies in 1999 said that there's a new law meant that witchcraft was no longer to be considered a criminal act. But anytime you hear "but" in the English language, it cancels everything that was before the comma and the "but." So, okay, the new law meant that witchcraft was no longer to be considered a criminal act, comma, but. Okay. What I just read, that ain't shit. In the law, that but just canceled what I just read. Okay, after the but is what you want to look at. It says, but rather an offense against the country's newly enlightened state. So, it may not be considered a criminal act, but if the country that you reside in becomes enlightened, that the citizens are being spiritually, energetically attacked because somebody is manipulating your energy field while you sleep, while you're whatever. You get enough people like that forms a pattern. Then you can start making changes. You know what I'm saying? Getting people arrested for real while they want to be real slick. You see what I'm saying? They had one lady that's been arrested and then she got off with a fine, and she had been being a menace for God knows how long. And they didn't get her till she was 70-something years old. I'm talking about in America. Just imagine one witch tormenting a whole motherfucking city, and they didn't get her till she was 70-something, and then they only fined her. They couldn't even get it to stick because people don't want to just come together and say, okay, is this happening to you? That all of a sudden your life fall the fuck apart, and your children are getting sick, and you ain't making no money, and you got kicked out of your place. Like, life has a pattern itself to it. You know when something is a trial and it's a lesson and you need to learn it because you need to grow up, shit like that. However, if you're pretty much always got somewhere to stay, you keep a car, you know what I'm saying, and you've been doing that since you was, let's just say for instance like me, I got my first car before I had a license. I bought my first car when I was like 15 or 16. Okay? I never not had a car after that, and I'm 43. Then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, I've never been evicted. COVID was the first time that all of a sudden I got evicted. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what happened. We done came through. I'm 43, yeah, but America done been through more than just one fucking crisis. We had one time in Ohio where the lights went out in the whole fucking state. And that shit was off for like a minute. We ain't had no ice, and it was like on a 90-some degree day. Baby, wasn't no gas pumps working, wasn't no lights working, so it was like Flintstone action. You gotta know when to stop, or it's gonna be a whole bunch of shit going on in the intersection. You know what I'm saying? You go to a gas station, they was out of ice. Then how the fuck you gonna keep it cold? It was hot, okay? I had to go over. I lived by myself at the time. I had to go over my mother's house because she from the South, so she know how to get down. I mean, we was cool. Like, nothing was happening. You know what I'm saying? She turned the lights of her car on. You know what I'm saying? Just so we can have lights in the driveway while we barbecue all the meat so it wouldn't go bad. And we barbecued all the vegetables so we could have something to eat. She just knew how to get down coming out of the South. You know what I'm saying? So we was straight. But everybody else that was city people, they ain't got a clue. They was fucked up. That's just one instance. The country as a whole done went through some shit. Since I've been born, shit, the crack era is a whole ass crisis situation. You know what I'm saying? So, and I done came through stuff unscathed. Now all of a sudden, you trying to tell me God don't love me no more? Like, and I ain't did shit? I'm just catching all this hell? No, I don't fucking think so. If anything, my life should be getting better. Fuck my class. You know what I'm saying? Fuck my zip code. My integrity, my character is impeccable. So I'm supposed to be living real good right now. Let's just say that. So I don't know how long witchcraft been being worked. I have no idea because I'm not a weirdo. However, when it keeps presenting itself to you, then that's something people got to start standing up for themselves. And you get enough people, you go to their door and be like, have all of a sudden, okay, let's put COVID to the side. You understand? Was your life, were you usually okay? Were you primarily a healthy person? You know what I'm saying? Are your children normally sick like this? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people you will find is more good people than bad people. Good people just don't be having nobody to advocate for them. And then a lot of good people man their business, so they don't be knowing how to articulate certain stuff when it happens. Because they don't be into that kind of stuff. They just trying to live life on an everyday basis. Make sure their kids eat. Make sure they eat. You know what I'm saying? Nobody on that shit. So it low-key be your duty, your civil duty. And when I get off into the civil duty, I get arrested. Niggas be, man, this shit be crazy. I get through in mental hospitals. I get arrested. All kind of stuff. They arrested me before my mother's funeral, okay? And I didn't get to go. Then threw me in a mental hospital. And stole my life insurance money. I mean, just crazy shit happening. Like, come on. If a whole bunch of people having that type of shit happen, that ain't no coincidence. We don't do that. Somebody doing something to create that effect. It's a cause and effect going on. And you're being affected, but you're not saying shit. Because you think if you don't see it, so it ain't happen. You know, who's doing what? Maybe I am just, Charlie Brown. The fucking thundercloud is just over your head all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? The universe don't even work like that. If you're a good person, how the fuck you keep incurring bad karma? And don't give me that shit, the sins of the Father. Because some of us been working on that shit for a minute. And for real, your father ended up a victim. Some of us got one generation, which it would be our parents, that were good ass people. That made sure all the kids in the neighborhood got fed, made sure shit was straight. You know what I'm saying? They may not have been a Michael Jordan or Uncle Bob Marley, but my father and mother count like a motherfucker. They weren't no bad people, so why am I keep on eating all this karma, honey? I don't give a fuck if my father was on crack. My mother stayed in church long enough for both of them to be clear of all the sins. You understand me? So what the fuck is this for me for? Because I don't do no bad shit. Why am I eating fucking cow dung right now? You know what I'm saying? Somebody's literally shitting on me and I keep having to eat it. Who is this bitch? And get this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Or bitches. They made it illegal shit. They talked that shit about Harry whoever, but he said that shit was a felony. Henry, I mean. Yeah. It's a reason he says that. Yeah, weirdos. like to say they ain't doing nothing. They just seasoning their food for their kids, trying to keep them healthy. My bitch, you know you using that seasoning for magic. You know what I mean? Lame. Scorpio, unexpected miracles. I know that's fine. 15 was on the clock again. Y'all gotta look that number up. 151566. Get in motion. Ace of Wands. Y'all better start petitioning in your neighborhood. Don't let nobody just be sitting up there. And this shit is still illegal in some states in America. So y'all better figure out, because they will come get your shit and try to figure. Let me tell y'all something. Trump was using the word witch hunt the whole campaign. Nobody was seeing that he kept on talking about this witch hunt stuff. But the thing is, witch hunt is also witchcraft. It's just another word for witchcraft. But witch hunt means witchcraft. But for some reason, he couldn't get the word witchcraft out of his mouth. Whether it's taboo, whether they was doing spell work on him so that he couldn't get it out of his mouth. But I'm like, man, how many times is this man going to sit up here and talk about this witch hunt shit and everybody ignore him like they don't hear what the fuck he's saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole ass issue. If the once 45th president of the United States of America is keep on talking about some witch hunt here, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say about Donald Trump, but at the end of the day, he was a businessman, and America ain't shit but a business. So a businessman was telling y'all, look, these witches is taking y'all motherfucking country. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can sit up here and ignore it all y'all want, but y'all either drain this swamp and quit being scared of these weird assholes. Basically. He couldn't say it like that, but I mean, he had to start getting ignorant because wasn't nobody fucking listening. Being all scary and stupid and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Yeah, straight up exposed. Those is corny. These hoes is acting like they gifted, and they is, but for the wrong reasons. They on some old ego shit. Shaitan shit ain't got nothing to do with God. Nothing. These hoes so busted, they gonna start offering some of y'all that do this shit on the righteous side for magic. So be careful. Because that's like getting flies in your ointment if you give your product of healing and love to a fucking weirdo. Trust me, I know. I experimented already. Don't do that. All money is not good money. And money is energy. Currency. Current of electricity. That fucking water that's a current. It keeps moving. You know what I'm saying? You know? In somebody's hand that is an energetic vampire or the God's child themselves. However, a whole bunch of people done touched that shit. And once it gets to you, just be careful. Especially if it's coming out of the hands of a fucking evil witch on some Hansel and Gretel shit. Yup. This is basically what the law does. They're able to take your property. They're able to take your money. I just read that for y'all. Forfeiture of money. Forfeiture of chattel. CHATTEL, which is your property. They can strip your ass, and yes, they may be kind enough to let you walk off with your book bag and whatever you know what I'm saying. But they want to see what you made of. You know what I'm saying? You was just like this. So if you a good witch and you only using your seasonings for your chicken and your children, then okay, get the fuck out. We taking all this. We season all this till we find out what this is. And go ahead. Maybe you could go find a family member or something. But more than likely, don't nobody want to fuck with them because they already know they on some trash and they fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So they basically walking off into the unknown, which is what creates a dynamic like Skid Row in California. You know what I'm saying? You think you helping a bum and you end up just in the midst of a whole bunch of witches and warlocks that's paying karma for the bullshit they be on. And nobody could quite find out what the fuck was going on. Well, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? And some witches that are hermit energies, a lot of Virgos that man their business, ain't on that. Trying to just make the world a better place if we can, candy shit. You know what I'm saying? On our Michael Jackson, Beyonce vibes, our Amy Winehouse vibes. Ain't bothering nobody, just want the world to be better. You know what I'm saying? They gonna leave you to yourself alone like a motherfucker where you can get your life back in order and prayerfully help the country to balance itself out with the light and the love that you send out. You know what I'm saying? That shit matters. That's why I was so mad. They was sending people from Africa over here. Like they doing us a favor. You ain't doing us no motherfucking favors. Is you crazy? Africans are naturally high vibe people, even if they evil. You can smell it. You can hear it come out their throat. You like, oh, you get the fuck away from her. You know what I'm saying? They eyes be, the white of their eyes be all ivory and shit, dark, like they smoke weed and drink liquor all day and they don't do neither. You know what I'm saying? Just the evil just coming out. Just acidic ass eyes. You know what I'm saying? However, the children and stuff that they were sending over here, letting over here, they was so happy and bubbly and full of life, and it was just a whole ass, big ass energy like Africa. You sending that to America. Our waters was choppy as fuck. I was like, oh, them boats about to overturn. And I knew goddamn well it was a 70-something degree day. It was beautiful, and the winds was not high enough to be sending that type of choppy ass shit going on. It was them African children's energy was that making the motherfucking waters chop up like that. So you got to be careful in America. This is some shit they got to deal with. They got to be careful with who they allow in here. And yes, some Africans are so much of a vibe that, I mean, you will want them in one corner of America just to keep that motherfucker popping because everybody fucked up. And they ain't even got no energy that they can even begin to tap into because they been really fucked over by a bunch of crazy ass bitches with some garlic and fucking powder or some shit. Yeah, man. A lot of these people gonna end up butt naked. They gonna end up in clothes and end up butt naked because they gonna be gone. They mad fucked up. Gone. Talk about they high priestess and they this and they that, they witches and this and they that. You gonna see them walking with clothes on, and probably the CIA, Secret Service keep an eye on them. Next thing they know, they gonna be butt naked in the street, pouring cans of Gatorade on the motherfucking corner, and your ghetto, a ghetto near you. You know what I'm saying? Or a suburb. I don't care. The whole thing is to get the truth to come out. You know what I'm saying? Stop lying. Because everybody ain't lying on your motherfucking ass Queen of Wands energies. Exactly. So a lot of people that are fire sign energies are going to be this person. Walking off and they see, you know, she on some Erykah Badu, but Erykah Badu went crazy. Erykah Badu, what Erykah Badu was saying, if y'all ever know, watch that video, Erykah Badu got undressed and it was a big controversy that she walked butt naked down the street. She was basically saying she's sick of wearing shit like this and having to make it fashionable. Like, this ain't just for me to wear to be trying to sell y'all something or for me to look glamorous while I chop cards. Like, no. I take some brass off and I will get a whole ass Charlie horse on my whole motherfucking lower abdomen area. Because these hoes stay working on me because I ain't never going to stop telling the truth till I die. Bitch, my mama died, bitch. Do you really think I'm going to stop? If you do, you are dumb. And take your best shot, bitch. Hermit energy is going to be living good like they supposed to because they don't do shit to nobody. No matter they race, color, or fucking creed. If they decide to be an American because they know how to fuck to act and they ain't trying to hurt no motherfucking body, then guess what? You going to be sitting like this because you deserve to. And then the ones that's acting like this, but their eyes is brown, like they drink liquor, and they don't. All they do is pour out liquor for libations and all other kind of shit trying to hurt people. Then they ass gonna show who they is in their head. And more than likely gonna see a bunch of butt naked motherfuckers walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got shit to do with what the fuck Erykah Badu did. She was making a statement. Shit, I'm sick of having to do this shit. I shouldn't have to wear nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta wear that shit and try to be creative, and people think you trying to be trendy. Like, bitch, I'm trying not to die, bitch. Brass and copper ain't nothing but a conductor to help energy not get stuck or erode. So you can just have that shit sent on its way instead of keep on fucking electrocuting you because a bitch somewhere that don't know how to knock it off with her weird ass. Fuck these hoes. You don't like it? Unsubscribe, bitch. Yeah, man, God ain't on this. Some Queen of Pentacles, yeah, some of y'all sick. Me too. Like, some shit be wrong because they stay on it. And they be in covens and to accompany each other and congratulating each other on a job well done and they misery and foolishness. You think I give a fuck about who found out about what? I do not care. Yeah, coming after goats. I told y'all all about these hyenas on my last channel if you subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Like, knock it off. I'm going to Django Unchained on these hoes. Period. So they might as well unsubscribe like they do. They can try to shadow ban all they want, and I'm going to keep shining the light, because darkness cannot exist where light is. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't about to keep on, because they'll try to turn shit into a competition. And bitch, ain't nobody here for that with your crazy ass. And some of these men going to be the same way. He gonna be looking like this in his drawers, walking down the street with a fucking blindfold on, and she walking down the street fucking bucket naked. While they talking about their healers and they this and they that, but they witches and warlocks cursed with a curse because they refuse to repent and break the curses in their motherfucking bloodline. That's why it's called root work. Yeah, man, some of y'all dealing with this shit, so I'm addressing it. Unexpected miracles. This may be the miracle you seek if you fucking being tormented behind your closed doors and don't know what the fuck is wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? Just expect unexpected miracles. If you're a Scorpio vibe, if you got Scorpio in your chart, if you're a cross watcher from all the 11 zodiacs, I mean, feel free, you know what I'm saying, to take this message and do what you will with it to save your motherfucking life, because they killing people wholesale with this shit and saying, I'm using that to season my chicken. Why the fuck would I use it? I'm not into that. You know what I'm saying? That's why they dark witches. A lot of these hoes is so dark that they don't even have a social media page. They have a little coven where they have bitches watching your page, but they don't touch it because they the big bad kahuna, but they really a fucking hyena. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no golden shit, but being stubborn and stuck on fucking stupid. Who the fuck don't got a social media page right now in 2022? You a op or you a witch or warlock with a coven and you think you the pastor over that motherfucker. Don't play me cheap, bitch. If you feel the vibe, like, share, and subscribe. Love and light.